Basic intro.
Yeah, that works.
Opportunities to be witty never really work. um, Hi, I'm Alok Shetty. I run a firm called Bhumiputra Architecture, and I'm looking forward to speaking to the students of Srishti and telling them a little bit about what I know.
So, how would Alok describe Alok Shetty, the professional?
Probably a workaholic, number one. I think at this point it's probably inseparable. Alok, the professional, and my personal life is inseparable only because it's so early in the career that you can't really make that distinction yet. So there's a lot of blurred lines constantly pouring in from one side to the other.
As a practicing architect, could you shed some light on the relationship between design and architecture?
Design is essentially, at least the way I look at it, is curation. If you look at it, it's pretty much what you can take away. Basically, the final product should be, at least from our design philosophies, the least design as possible. If you look at Dieter Rams and you look at the greats, their philosophies are always good design is as little design as possible, and that's kind of what we're looking at. But architecture has a few caveats when you kind of apply those philosophies, where you have to first solve the problem, because it's pretty much you putting together a set of plans and design strategies in action that resolve certain issues.
Sustainability and smart design is a key area of focus in your projects. How does it come about, and how do you see it being taken forward in India?
Truthfully, there is no such thing as sustainable architecture. If you think about it, the act of building itself damages the earth. No matter how conscious you are, no matter whatever it is, it's way better than not having a building there, right? So there is nothing as sustainable architecture. It's just something that we've come up with. The idea is to do as little damage as possible.
You've had a lot of international exposure. How have those experiences shaped your practice?
I lived and worked in New York for 2 years, and I think that was a very pivotal moment, because you look at the quality of life that they lead. So many of the things that they take for granted are luxuries to us, and I think that was an eye-opener in the fact that we need so much help back home. So it was very apparent from the day that I landed in New York that I'm definitely going back home, because there is so much work that needs to be done, and I think there's a huge responsibility on the next generation of young design professionals to kind of take what they know or use the resources that they have to kind of turn it on its head and kind of help.
So, what according to you makes a good leader?
Motivation and inspiration, right? The ability to inspire someone is great, but the ability to motivate someone is even better, because inspiration can be just potential, it's static, right? But motivation is kinetic. You actually take that inspiration that you have and you put it into action. So I would categorize a good leader being somebody who's able to motivate rather than just inspire.
Students fresh out of college are curious to know what makes for a great portfolio.
Number one, don't put a selfie in there. It's great that you're so comfortable and confident about how you look, but it has no bearing on whether you'll be given a job or not. But on a more serious note, I would say, especially, or at least what we're looking for, is highlight your design thinking process more than the final product, because we're not really interested in what you ended up getting. It's how you got there that's most important. Clients are interested in how you end up getting there, but not us. Because if you want to join our team, I need to know how you think.
A word of advice for budding spatial designers and product designers would be?
Consume information at a rapid pace. and more so stuff that's not related to your field. You have to be voracious about it. You have to constantly read, watch movies, listen to music, and everything that can kind of inspire you or take inspiration from those facets, and then apply it into your work. The number one thing is at this stage in life, or in like 2017, there is no excuse for you not having access to information, right? It's just a question of knowing where to look, and the more you look, the more you know where to look. And to be ignorant in the age of information is unacceptable, right? It's a choice that you make. If you feel like, oh, I don't know this or I don't know that, you have to constantly go in and kind of, if you want to be at the top of your field, you have to constantly consume information at a rapid pace. And I think that, not just for spatial designers or product designers, but pretty much anybody who's in the creative field, or any other field for that matter, the more information you consume, the better it is. Yeah. Great. All right, that was quick and easy.
Perfect.
Yeah.